Dealing with difficult employees? Yeah, every manager does. The trick is not avoiding them. It's handling them without losing your mind or your credibility. Today, we're talking about how to handle difficult employees professionally, without drama, without power struggles, and without that one person draining your entire team. The first tip when dealing with difficult employees is to stay calm, even if they're not. Difficult employees feed into emotion. If you match their energy, you will lose control of the entire conversation. Stay calm, stay steady, and keep a low voice. This will actually force them to match your energy. Instead of saying, "Why are you acting like this?" try saying, "Help me understand things from your perspective." This tone shifts the entire conversation. Tip number 2 is get specific, not general. 9 times out of 10, the conflict gets bigger because the feedback that we're giving is too vague. When dealing with difficult employees, it's important to be specific and provide examples of whatever the feedback is that you're trying to give them. So, for example, instead of saying, "You're being negative," instead say, "Yesterday in the team meeting, when we were talking about customer reviews, you rolled your eyes. That's the behavior that we need to fix." The biggest takeaway here is when you're dealing with difficult employees, you have to be specific. You have to give it actual examples of whatever the behavior is that needs to be fixed. Tip number 3 is set clear boundaries without being harsh. When dealing with difficult employees, you're not trying to win an argument. You're trying to set expectations. So keep it simple. Say, "Here's what I need going forward," and then explain exactly what that looks like. So for example, if I had an employee that was complaining about something to another employee, I would pull them to the side and let them know, "Hey, I heard that you were complaining about XYZ. Moving forward, I need you to bring these concerns up to me directly instead of venting about it on the floor. If something's not working, come talk to me first." And so that's it. You set clear expectations while still being respectful and professional when dealing with the difficult employee. Before we move on to the next tip, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the like button. That really helps the channel grow. Tip number 4 when dealing with difficult employees is give them a path back. Even difficult employees want to feel like they're not completely written off. Let them know what success looks like so that they don't feel cornered or that you're not trying to invest in them. So, for example, let's say you have an employee who every time you have a meeting, they're bringing up all of these issues, but they never have any kind of solutions. You could say to them, "Hey, for the next 2 weeks, I want you to come to these meetings with solutions." That means to think about whatever those issues may be and have at least one solution that you can bring to the meeting that you feel like can be implemented to fix those issues. I'll check in with you every Friday. It'll just be a quick 5 minutes or so to see how you're progressing. So the biggest takeaway here is making that person feel like they're still a valuable member of the team. So showing them what that path looks like will hopefully get them bought in to where they're not being difficult in the future. And the last tip when dealing with difficult employees is to document everything, even verbal coaching. This is the unsexy part of HR, but it protects you and it protects the employee. Document dates, behavior, conversations, and expectations. Keep it simple and factual. So here's a mini example. Date is March 2nd. You're documenting a coaching conversation, specific behavior that's noted, expectations that were set, and the follow-up that was scheduled. Remember, if you don't document it, it never happened. And documentation is key when dealing with difficult employees. So those are the 5 top ways on how to handle difficult employees. If you like this content, subscribe and I'll keep them coming. That's it for today. See you in the next one.